Everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
We're in Texas.
We're all together.
Yes.
Yes, we're so excited.
We're so fun. We're having so much fun. We are so fun.
Yeah.
And we're having so much fun.
So we're
I know
here.
Lisa's already laughing at me.
Yes.
I know.
So we're here at the Green Mansion Inn in New Braunfels, Texas.
Yep.
And we are going to be going live at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Central, and then 6
Tonight at
p.m. Central for happy hour.
Right, but right now we are our first live, and we're kicking it off with one of our favorite companies, DecoArt.
DecoArt.
Woo woo! And we are going to show you guys some awesome rock painting tips for when you're traveling. So like you can pack up a few bottles, these little 2-ounce bottles of stuff in a Ziploc bag and some brushes, and you can take them with you on the go. You can paint rocks, you can paint sticks, you can paint shells if you're going to the beach.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Like
I mean, you could even like paint the walls of your hotel room.
No.
Not recommended.
No,
You
don't
can
do
paint
that, Laura.
in your journals.
You can paint
Yes.
in journals.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we think taking paint on the road with you is such a great idea. It works a lot better, of course, if you are on a road trip than on an airplane trip. But you can fly with it as long as you have it in your packed, checked luggage in a zippered bag.
Two
So-
Ziploc bags.
Yeah, double
Buttercup.
Always.
Yeah.
Double up Buttercup. So Anne is actually going to hold the camera for this
I
one
am.
so that she can show you what we're doing. And Beth and I are going to paint some rocks for you and give you some tips and tricks about what to take with you when you travel, how to paint with kids, just all the things.
So
But we probably should introduce ourselves first.
We should. I'm Laura, and I blog over at Me and My Inklings.
And I'm Beth, and I blog over at Creatively Beth.
and I'm Ann Butler, and I blog over at Bella Crafts Publishing.
And together we make up Team Creative Crafts. It's kind of like superheroes.
And Lisa Rojas is here.
Yes.
And she is going to be our link queen today.
She is.
So she's going to answer any questions and drop some links in here so that everybody knows where to get the products and the items that we're using
And
today.
if you have any questions, ask your questions in the comments. If you're watching on Instagram, we don't have anyone moderating Instagram. We love you,
We just
but you
thought.
can watch live on Bella Craft's Facebook page if you want to ask
Right.
questions.
Yeah.
And Lisa will answer those and give you links, tell you like all the things that you need to know. Yep.
And because I'm holding the phone, we're not doing this with the tripod, I'll be able to see some questions that come in,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can ask the girls right away
Yeah.
for
We can
answers. So
answer
that's a good
live.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've got 30
Perfect.
minutes to help you guys with all your paint and all of your tips, not just for rocks. We know a lot about acrylic
DecoArt.
paint and DecoArt, so not everything, but we know a lot.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to either answer your questions now or we can seek out answers
Yes.
from Elizabeth at
We
DecoArt,
always know
and she
who
will
to
help
ask.
us. Yes.
But
Okay.
we should know all the answers, you and I.
We'll see.
Between us, probably.
Stump us. Try to stump
Maybe.
us, guys. See if you come up with the hardest thing you have to ask.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to flip this around,
All right, let's do it.
and we will get started.
Okay, I'm going to start by moving our little sign here. We did, if you are going to
I'm
do
gonna
an event, it's fun to make sure that people know like what products you're using. They seem like they're monstrous big companies. DecoArt's actually privately owned. It's a Kentucky-based company. Support them. If you want to support USA companies and people that we love. So you always want to have some kind of signage. We're going to take that down for right now. And we decorated with some oddly fun here. We've got like the colors of their logo on the table just to kind of give it a little extra pop of color. So, absolutely.
Pop of color is good.
Yeah, I'm going to move this out of the way. And when you're crafting on the go, you got to make do with what you have.
Yes.
We don't have a paint palette, so we travel with these tubs, and in them we put all the things for that manufacturer. We've had all of the hard stuff on the top bunk last night in this bucket.
Yeah.
We're going to flip it over, and that is going to be our paint palette. And because it's plastic, it will wash off later or peel. So.
Yeah. Perfect.
And if it peels, you can die cut it.
I know. You can
Yep.
the peel paint. and
You
also
save
the,
it. Yep.
You can do the paint on plastic and make like hearts or stars.
Yep.
And then peel and then put them on stuff.
Perfect.
Yep, I'll do one of those while we're here.
And I'm going to show you a quick trick. You don't want to like.
I'm going to come in
You
closer.
don't want to like try to bite the wrapper off or use scissors and stab yourself. So if you turn the wrapper, twist the opposite way of
To the left.
to the left of the way that the cap goes, then the
It comes
plastic
right off.
wrappers come right off of
Yeah.
the tops of your paint.
So we
just
intentionally
twist-
wanted to show you
twist
how
to
easy
the
this
left,
is.
right?
It's good to know.
And then the other thing too that's good, if you don't actually have a paint palette or you could use a paper plate or anything, you can use, I a lot of times will use just the lid. There's a little bit of paint
just need a
always
little
in the
bit in
lid.
there.
I always use the lid.
I've even poured it into the lid, but then when you put it back on,
Oh
it's
yeah, it's a little messy.
All right, so
But yeah, paper plates are great.
These rocks we got on Amazon. They're from Big River Rocks.
They are beautiful and
They are
smooth.
amazing. I love them. They're another small company. You can also find rocks where you are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say take the rocks out of, like, if they have a decorative rock area on your property where you're staying, but if they're out in the wild, you can grab those and wash them. I even recommend if you have a kitchenette foiling them, just to get out all of the dirt and stuff like that. All right.
Yeah,
I am
the
going
paint
to-
will stick better without the dirt.
Right. Yes. So I like to travel with a variety of brushes. These are actually Beth's, but I have the same thing that I travel with too. And that gives you all the different kinds of brushes depending on what you're painting. If you're going to be painting sticks in the wild, you're going to want these bigger ones to get a base coat. So those are our brushes. We are using breakable wine or unbreakable.
Plastic.
Wine cup, because that's what we have. And we've got water poured into the little cups that they had in our bathroom. I think these are supposed to be for mouthwash, but they're perfect for little water cups. And that's what we're going to use.
You gotta
for rinsing.
use what you have.
And paper towels. So that's a great thing to have. Another thing to travel with is like baby wipes. It's a great little staple if you're going to be crafting on the go.
They're in the bag.
Yep.
And baby wipes are good to wipe the edges of the jar or of the paint
Yes.
before you reseal it, so
Correct.
it's easy to reopen.
Correct. All right. I always like to shake the paint up. There are several ingredients in the paint. So as it sits on the shelf in the store, if it's brand new, and when you travel, it settles a little bit. So shaking it up is always a really good idea. And I'm of course going to start with red because I'm going to do a red heart. Because. So I'm going to put a little red.
And these paints have good coverage.
Right. So the multi-surface paints don't need a sealer either. They have awesome coverage, and they don't need a seal over the top to be put in the outdoors. So we love those. She's great.
And this is my little rock that I found that I brought with me because I think that it looks just like our paint palette. So I'm going
And
to.
here's our paint palette upside down.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint this one to look like our paint palette.
And
We're gonna
Christine said she used to make rock paint with Bible verses for her church and give as gifts. That is so sweet.
That is sweet. So I'm getting out some red, some pink, and some white. Because I actually a lot of times like to mix my colors. I'm going to show you like on this little rock right here. Which I picked this one because it's got a really smooth, beautiful surface. And I've got a brush here. So I'm going to just get some red. And you'll see how amazing the coverage is. Look at that. Like one. So to do a heart, you just make a V. And then you do your bubbles. And then you paint inside.
You go, girl.
And I did that upside down.
Yep.
How about that?
Perfect.
Upside down is, yep. When you can craft upside down.
Right. And then we're actually going to paint all of these rocks today, and we're going to leave them here as a little rock garden where people, or maybe we'll hide them around the property, hide some, leave some as a rock garden for people to find. So these are actually considered kindness rocks. There's a whole ton of different Facebook groups and places you can go. There's actually the Kindness Rock Project that talks about kindness rocks. So a lot of people will leave on the other side like a website where they want you to share their rocks, or
Which you can do with what kind of marker,
you
Beth?
can do that with a Sharpie
Oh,
or with
the Mono Twin from Tombow.
right. And I love those because they have the two different tips.
Yes,
You
they
can
do.
do
Yep.
like a really thin or a really thick tip.
Yep.
But any permanent marker would work for that. All right, so I'm gonna let that red dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and start another one. I want another really big one. So I'm gonna do a rainbow. So when I do a rainbow, so you kind of look at which side of the rock you want to do. There's sometimes going to be crevices. It's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do my red. And it dries pretty quickly. So I'm going to skip the orange now and go right to the yellow and come back into the orange so that my paints don't blend. Oh, look at that. She's crafting right out of the lids. She's so good.
And we're going to come over here and look at what Beth is doing. Tiny little hearts.
Right. When I do the tiny little hearts, I like to draw like two little teardrops next to each other.
Okay, we'll watch with the next color you
Okay.
do. I'm going to come in a little closer so they can see how cute those hearts are. Does the paint absorb into the rock at all? Or does it stay on top?
It depends on the rock.
Right.
Okay.
Some rocks are far more porous than others. You want to find the flattest surface rocks you can.
And then what I did with this one is I base coated it with white and let that dry.
Because that was a dark rock, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
like
this,
really-
yes.
Because that's a rock she found.
Right,
Yes.
this is a
Florida
rock.
rock.
Yeah, it's a Florida rock. I found it in the
All right,
wild.
so I've added my yellow because I'm going to wait and put my orange in there after the yellow and the red are dry. That way they don't blend together. This is a great tip to do, like to teach kids. If they don't want their colors to like blend together, they have to let them dry in between because, and you can like show that, teach that with water. You can mix a little paint with water and kind of show it on a paper towel how it will, the moisture or the wetness will blend the colors together. That will help kids like understand that whole.
Christine says you're very good with drawing hearts, Beth.
Oh, thanks.
She is good. All right, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Oh, you already put blue, welcome to.
So they're both working on rainbows,
Yeah.
which is perfect. The
Hello.
colors of the rainbow are
Yep.
beautiful.
And you know us rainbow girls.
And actually, you could leave it just like that because these there's like rainbows now in all the different like. I saw a rainbow the other day that was all black and white.
Right,
It's
yeah.
called like monochrome rainbow.
Yeah, that would be a monochromatic rainbow, but yeah, the boho rainbows are really
taking on all kinds of new.
interesting too, where you can like go over top of the rainbow stripes and put in designs. So you could do
Yep.
you know, squiggles and dots and X's and plus signs and all kinds of fun things.
Irene, we got the rocks off of Amazon. So they are beautiful rocks to paint with. And what's the company, Laura?
Big otter. Big otter. Big otter.
Big Otter.
I think I said big river before, but it's
Okay.
Big otter. I think.
Big Otter from Amazon.
And I'll come back later and stick a link in for that because I have a link. I actually have a link for that. What are some things you've painted with the multi-surface paint?
The multi-surface paints, I actually painted, oh geez, I've done toilet paper tubes and rocks and some plastic, like drinkware and things that you can get at the dollar store. And I've painted cans before, like with recycled crafts with kids. It has very good coverage on like the tin cans.
Yeah, I painted on metal too.
Yeah.
And canvases. Like I painted
Yeah,
canvases
canvas.
with it. Like your traditional.
Yeah, I do a lot of kids crafts, so I do a lot of recycled
So
objects.
if you're painting and you want to speed it up, you can totally use a heat gun, correct?
Or a hairdryer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Look. It makes me want to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but I won't do that.
Rebecca says she loves how bright the paint colors are, which
They
is
are
true.
amazing.
These colors are beautiful.
And Beth is a firm believer that pink should be in the rainbow, so I'm going to add some pink. down
Pink
here.
should be always available.
There. There we go. One rock down, and now I'm going to do a frog, which means I'm going to need both greens. So we actually worked with DecoArt and picking our colors out for this, so we have a wide variety for you. We can list the colors that we have here later for you, or I can stick them on my blog, but we can, if you're interested in the colors we have, this gives you everything you need to do the rainbow, to do outdoor nature scenes, to do skin tones, to do, this covers the whole,
Yes.
everything.
And they're really reasonably priced paints. They're very high quality. They're made in the USA.
Where do you buy yours?
I usually get mine, it depends on which type of paint, but the multi-surface, either Joanne or Michael's has a good selection, and even Hobby Lobby has a great selection as well.
Right. Okay, I'm going to paint a frog here. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to paint a frog. So if you want to paint a frog, you're going to do an upside down U and just fill it in. And then rinse your brush. And then you're going to get a darker green and do another little upside down U. And if they blend here a little bit, that's okay because it's all just a green frog. Like that.
It's not easy being green.
It's nice and green. And then we're going to give him two more little feet.
That's what I've heard.
Right. And then we're going to do white for his eyes up here. Oh, I got way too much paint. So there's a little tip for you too. Like if you get too much paint on your brush, you can just kind of roll it a little bit on your palette and you can get less paint. And I'm going to do two more upside down U's. This is like the Ed Emerly drawing book of animals. For those of you who remember Ed Emerly books, oh my gosh, those were my life when I was little. There we go. And then we're going to let that dry and add two little eyeballs. And here we're going to have a really simple, cute little frog.
Bonnie says they're simple and cute, and it would be fun to find them on a walk.
It would be so fun.
Somebody
I love
would
when I find
like
one.
a sunshine maid.
Okay, Got it. I'm on it.
Oh, see, Beth made our logo.
Go, Beth.
So there's our little.
Okay, so for the sunshine, all right.
It's
Beth
adorable.
and I craft differently. Beth's
Yes.
opened them up and she's doing them out of the things, and now I can't squeeze, so I'm just gonna pour. I'm a really messy crafter.
Nah, not messy.
It's not messy. It's all what works for you.
Yeah. All right, so for the sunshine, I'm actually gonna dip my brush in the orange, the yellow, and the white to get the inside of my sunshine. I'm not gonna blend them, I just dipped them because you see you'll get that different, like, really cool
All the colors.
all the colors. So fun. And then I'm gonna dip them again in all 3 colors. Just a little bit of the white here because I want my rays to be brighter. And there you've got a little sunshine.
See? So cute.
So simple too. And then that one's ready to go.
I'm going to show another thing that you can do. I don't know if everybody knows, but you can make polka dots with the end of your paintbrush. You can also make them with an eraser if you have an eraser.
Right,
Yep.
right.
But this makes really easy, quick flowers. So I'm just going to do some dots.
How are we on time, Anne? Let's see. Oh, we still have plenty of time to show some more techniques.
I was going to say, I don't have a watch,
I
and
do. I've got
my phone
Fitbit.
is.
And so far today, I have walked 729 steps because we've been here setting up. We got to walk
Yep,
today, girls.
we do. Because it's a beautiful place that we're staying at.
Yeah, if you've never been here, Green is a beautiful little German town outside of New Braunfels, Texas.
I love all the little dots that Beth is doing.
All right, this is called stippling, right?
Yes, stippling. Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Sandy would know.
Yeah, Sandy McTeer.
She's like
She would know.
an expert.
She is. She's got all the great techniques.
All right, so I am copying Beth's, not copying, I'm using her same technique.
She's doing-
And I'm
yep.
going to do a rainbow with this.
Fun.
You're inspired.
Right, I'm creatively inspired by Creatively Beth.
Sorry for the background noise, people. We are
We are
outside.
live from the pavilions, which we really wanted to show you. Like, you can craft anywhere. You don't have to be in a fancy craft room. You can take your supplies right on the go with you. You could do this at a park. You don't even have to do it when you're on a trip. Like, you can go on a paint rocking picnic. Like, pack a snack and a fun little punch or drink and your stuff and take a little neighborhood walk and go paint rocks somewhere. Easy peasy.
See, yes, Laura is all about creating kindness, and that is a great tip.
And this technique is actually really, really good for kids because you can't mess it up. Like, they don't brush on too much. A lot of times kids want it to be so perfect.
And you can see in Laura's, she's using the tip several times, so those dots get smaller.
Yep.
And Beth is doing it, poking it in every time so they stay uniform.
Because that's our personalities.
It is.
That's us.
It is, yes.
That is a little bit of our personalities. Oh, look at you pour and go girl, go Beth, go Beth.
That is a step.
There you go. I'm getting
Getting
crazy.
She is, just a bit.
All right. Now I'm gonna get some purple on my little rainbow here.
See, so that works perfect as a paint palette.
It totally does.
Well,
Oh, did you drip over here or was that me?
No, look at where I dripped right there.
You dripped
I
on
did.
the table.
see,
Can you handle it?
accidents happen.
But this right here on the table, this right here is a drop cloth from Home Depot, 5x5 foot drop cloth for like $5. So that is a great little thing to have with you. There's my little stippled rainbow. A totally different look.
See? And these are just quick and easy. Good morning, Maria. These are quick and easy to do.
Yeah.
Kids love
Right.
anything you can do with them creative that's quick.
Right. I'm going to cover this one with a blue, dark blue, a light blue, and a little bit of white. But I want it mostly dark blue. And I'm just going to, you can paint your whole rock or you can just paint the top of your rock. If you're going to be leaving like where you want them to share your rock on the bottom, if you're like, go to my website and share your rock or tag me, then you wouldn't want to paint the back because that's where you need to write your little message, or you could write your little Bible quote or your little inspirational quote.
Oh, see the cute flowers.
And this is every little girl's color palette.
It is.
Pink, purple, and turquoise.
And some boys.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So
So
cute.
there's our little...
All right, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm just gonna put a cloud on that one. Because that'll be cute. Let me rinse my brush.
So you can use the same brush, just rinse it out good in between, or you can have
Multiple brushes, as long as you keep them in water in the in-between so that they don't dry. You don't want the paint to dry in your brush.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you want me to get new
What?
new water?
Yeah, new water would be awesome. New water would be
And
great.
okay, see, Beth just wiped that paint right off there,
Yeah,
and
because I slopped.
yeah, you did, but you can't even tell.
all good.
You can't even tell. So Laura went back to her heart rock
I'm
that
just
she
touching it up 'cause I
started.
was painting it upside down, and I just want to.
And dry time depends upon how thick you do.
Correct. I actually paint a rock every year on my anniversary for my husband, so he has a collection of rocks that I've painted him, which is kind of silly and funny, but you know,
But it's tradition.
I do. I just did it the first year, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I made him scrapbooks for the first 3 years, and then that was too much work.
What else do they want us to paint?
All right, I'm gonna put the eyes.
What
on the
else
back
would
now.
you guys like to see
Oh,
them
you put that out there,
paint?
There's no telling what they're gonna.
I know, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add the dots for the eyes here, and I don't have black out yet.
Nope,
Just need to
no black.
Shake it up.
And I did see somebody put in hashtag Bella Crafts. We will be doing some giveaways. So if you do want to hashtag Bella Crafts, like, share, and comment, that would be awesome.
Okay, look how cute that frog is.
I'm drawing a blank for what to
Make
draw.
it seeds away.
I'm drawing a blank for what to paint.
What to paint?
Okay, Beth wants you guys to give her, somebody just type it in there. Even Lisa, type something.
Drawing a blank. Oh, how about a fish?
A fish would be great.
Lisa would put Dorothy's red slippers.
Oh, of course, I got it. I got those. Or red kindness boots. I'll paint a
So
red
for a
slipper.
fish, I'm just going to draw an oval that's pointed on each end. Fill him in.
A bird or a butterfly?
I'm giving
Oh,
Dorothy high heels.
yes, butterfly. Butterfly. I'll do that next.
Okay, peace sign.
And then you can just take the brush and make his little, I guess that's the tail.
Yep.
And then we'll just give him a little fin on the top. And just you make your paintbrush work for you. And give him a little fins on the bottom. And then I'll let him dry and I'll put some additional, I guess I could, let's see. I'm gonna be,
Right, here's the red slippers happening.
I'm
over
gonna be
here.
Laura.
And DecoArt does make some fantastic, like, metallic paints too. We don't have those here, but I would add metallic if I were.
Look, Laura, I'm mixing the paints right on the
Wow.
rock.
Oh, you go.
Now, you can also use the markers to outline in black to give these more detail.
Correct. That's what I've done here
Which is- yep.
with my mono twin. I made the outline of the flower and I wrote the word hope, and then this one just was shine. I used a bunch of different yellows and then I hand lettered shine, but we have to wait for the rocks to dry in order for that to
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna paint here my favorite character.
Okay, wait 1 second. I'm still looking at the
Okay.
fish. Oh, see?
work. We'll add a
Cute.
little bit of detail later, but yeah, I did some blending there with the blues.
So to get this little bit of a lighter skin tone, I mixed a little bit of white. You guys are gonna all know who this is in a minute. It's my favorite.
I already know who
Lisa
it is.
says ruby red slippers. That rock is so mine, Laura.
Okay, we'll send it to you. We will send that to you with your goodie bag.
It would go in her Oz collection. She has a whole Oz room.
She does.
Nice.
I love it.
Yes. Okay, so Laura is painting a character, her favorite. Does anybody know what that might be?
I know.
Well, we know, but
Oh.
Well, it's not actually my favorite character. It's a character from my favorite series, my favorite book, and I forgot to give him ears. I think I need to go back. Like that's.
Yeah,
he needs
ears
to be
are
able to hear.
important.
okay, it's
I'm gonna get my
8:25, Lisa says.
Okay, I'm gonna get my paint.
So I'm going to do a butterfly. I just painted. I didn't draw. I painted a a stripe down the center of the rock for the butterfly's body. And let's see what color goes good with purple.
If I wanted to make like a little bit more of a maroon, I would just mix a little bit of brown with the red, right? Like,
Yeah, either that or and a little bit of black maybe.
so I'm just gonna grab a little bit from each.
And then I'm just gonna make some giant, like almost like flower petals to make the butterfly. Do a petal at the top, grab a little bit more, do a petal at the bottom. So it's just like a big letter U, and then you're just gonna fill it in. Like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side.
And even though the paint it looks like it's going on thick and everything, it will dry flat.
And
Yes.
it dries pretty fast too, so that's nice when you're doing things on the go.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it kind of sideways and upside down, so.
Yes. But it's good to see that it can be done. We're going to go back
Well,
to
and it
Laura's
doesn't have
real
to be
quick.
perfect to be fun.
Who do you guys think that is?
He's so cute. I love him so much.
So let's see. I'll take maybe a little pink on my brush, and I'll blend.
Does anybody have any guesses who it is yet?
I know.
I
anybody know?
haven't seen any guesses yet
Oh
so
my
far.
gosh, the tie is the giveaway.
It is.
Okay, this is going to be the big giveaway here. I need just the really, really fine tip brush here.
Lisa guessed
So that's kind of fun.
Harry Potter.
Woohoo! There's his little scar.
I'm going to wait till his face is completely dry before I add his
Glasses.
glasses
Yeah.
and his eyes. I actually have all the Harry Potter rocks on my blog. So Lisa, if you want to go look on Me and My Inklings later, or I can add the link. I showed you how to how to paint all the Harry Potter characters on rocks. Because Harry Potter.
I know. Who doesn't love Harry Potter?
So that's super fun too. Another thing you can do is you can paint really simple things like a little house, a little person, a little piece of fruit, like really simple things. Put them all together, just one thing on a rock, and it becomes a story bucket. And you can have kids pick out 3 or 4 rocks from it and ask them to make up a little story about those things that are on the rock.
Make some fruit salad.
See?
Some fruit salad, or it could be like Harry Potter made some fruit salad, then sat under the rainbow, and a magic frog landed on his head. Right? That's what kids do. And that's what I do.
It is. We're going to
Yeah.
take a peek at this butterfly.
So Lisa, if you'll put a link to DecoArt's website, it's DecoArt.com.
She did. No, she already did.
Okay, they have incredible paints. Not just the multi-surface. They have the Americana, which are their basics.
Yes.
You would need a top coat for those for rocks, but those are great for basic kid crafts, canvas painting,
And great one-coat coverage.
and great one-coat coverage.
Yeah.
They also have patio paints, which are fantastic for terracotta pots, for things that you're going to put outdoors
Outside,
that
yeah.
you know you're going to be leaving out there for a period of time. What are some of your other favorite?
If you're gonna do furniture painting, they also have a line of
Chalk paint.
the chalk paint. Yes, for furniture painting. That's
I love those.
Yeah, that's
and they have
good.
some really pretty blues and turquoise
Yes.
in that line.
Yep.
So they also have
They've got-
DecoArt, which is fantastic
Yes.
for mixed media. And sometimes I will put a coat of that on top of these, just if I want them to look glossy. Because the glossy DecoArt makes them glossy.
right.
But it's
And
not necessary.
Well, and their decoupage is odorless.
Which is
So
nice.
yeah, which is really nice because some of the other decoupage mediums aren't odorless.
Right.
And they have a little bit of a smell. They also have a great line of stencils. They have paint brushes, stencil brushes.
All the
and-
things.
Yeah.
So
they
check
really
out
do.
DecoArt.com
Yep.
for sure. And we will put this project, we will keep this here on Facebook so you can watch this anytime. And we will also, well, I already have rocks all over my blog. So if you go to meandmyinklings.com
Yep.
and just search rock painting,
Yep.
you're going to find a ton of inspiration.
Yeah, I do too on Creatively Beth. I
Yep.
just did some patriotic ones too.
Yep, I have patriotic ones
Yeah.
on mine too. Yep. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, and we will show Harry Potter later when he has a face.
Yes.
When he's all done.
Look how differently you can do like rainbow.
See?
Just all different ways.
Just
so fun.
a quick variety, and this was like in a half hour, not these two.
Right.
They were done ahead of time. But quick and easy rock painting
Yeah.
for yourself,
Yeah.
with kids, for gifts.
Yeah. So
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you. We'll be back in a half hour
Okay.
with another project.
Ollie Fun from
Ollie
Fear
Fun
for
from
Fearful
Okay.
World.
Yep. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.